What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a video that is targeted at more than just skiers. This can help skateboarders, BMX riders, snowboarders, trampoline people, parkour people, pretty much anything that involves doing something new that really scares you. This can help you. So as you guys know, committing to a new trick is probably one of the most difficult things in action sports. It's a reason that many people halt their progression. They just can't get themselves to commit to bigger and better tricks. And it's also a reason for many injuries when you don't commit full. Today I am going to offer you guys a tip that will help you commit to tricks more easily. Now keep in mind, everybody's different. What works for me may not work for you, but this is something I use pretty much every single time I go to do a new trick on skis. I'm going to give you the reasons that it works so well for me and the benefits it provides. So hopefully it helps you. Without further ado, let's hop into this tip, baby. So I want to start off this video by showing you guys a few examples of what I'm talking about here. First, we have the world's first double cork 1080 by a female snowboarder. Now we have Jaws hitting El Toro. And finally, Billy Morgan throwing that triple rodeo that I'm sure we've all seen by now. So what do these all have in common? And hopefully you've caught on to the trend already, but all of them have a setup trick. And what I mean by that is they are doing stuff before they actually go for the big trick. With Katie, she's straight airing a pretty large jump. That takes a lot of focus. You can't just really do that without thinking about it. With Jaws, he's doing a mini line up top. He does a kickflip, and then he goes and hits El Toro. With Billy Morgan, he hits 2 booters in a row and then throws his triple rodeo. So all 3 of them are doing something beforehand. Now, check out a clip of me landing my first 900 this year. What do I do before the 900? I throw this 360, and then I go down and end up throwing the 9 and landing it and riding away. So I take this strategy into pretty much every new trick I do, or even if I'm just doing like my first backflip of the year and I'm a little bit nervous about it, I'll take it into that as well. So why? What is the reasoning? For me, it takes my mind off of what is about to come. If I have to focus on a trick before the trick that I'm really scared of, so in my case, the 900, I was pretty nervous to throw that thing. If I have to focus on that 360, I'm forcing my mind to ignore the fear of the 900. The number one cause of failing to commit is letting the fear of a trick consume you. When you do a setup trick, you aren't giving yourself a lot of time to think, which is ideal for commitment. Too many thoughts will ruin your chances of landing the trick. A cloudy brain will increase your chances of getting hurt and not committing fully. So if you give your brain a tiny amount of time to think, it's going to be much easier to commit. So the way I do that is do a trick beforehand, so I give myself a tiny amount of time to think. Not enough time to go through all of the things that could go wrong, and instead I'm already on the lip before I know it, and I'm throwing the next trick, the next big trick. Reason number 2 to do a setup trick like this: it boosts your confidence. Let's look at a different sport that's not extreme, but it kind of embodies the point I'm trying to get across here. How many times do you see an NBA player catch fire to the point where they are jacking up shot after shot after shot? The fans know it's going in, they know it's going in, they get heat checks, they make heat checks, it's just unreal. They just get in that zone, right? You can use a setup trick in the same way. Let's be honest, when you're landing tricks repeatedly throughout the day and you're feeling good about yourself, the likelihood of you landing something more difficult is much higher. When you're having a rough day on the slopes and you haven't been landing much, it's probably not the best day to go do a 720 for the first time, right? But if you're really having a good day, then maybe that 720 becomes a lot more realistic. A setup trick is like a mini version of that. It's a mini version of that good day, right? So you set yourself up and you build that confidence. Like, yeah, I just landed this 360. I'm heading into this next jump. I know I'm a good skier, even though 360 is really not that big. You can take that and use it to boost your confidence, and you can carry that confidence into the new trick you're about to do. It gets yourself in a mental zone. It locks you in. You're grooving, you're flowing, and you can keep it going until it's time to do your new trick. So not only are you erasing that fear out of your mind by focusing on a different trick before the hard trick, but you're also building that confidence and getting that groove and locking in mentally before you do a trick as well. And that's super important. Committing to new tricks is not easy, and like I said at the beginning of the video, it's, in my opinion, the #1 thing that holds people back from really improving at their sport. Now, some people may listen to music to get them in a zone. Some people may drink a beer. I do not suggest this, but hey, it loosens you up. It reduces that fear. My strategy is to do this setup trick. Now, you can combine it with other things as well, but it really, really, really does help lock you in and force you to focus on something other than what you're terrified of. Hopefully this tip helps. Hopefully you guys can carry this into your own skiing, skateboarding, BMX, whatever it may be, and hopefully you get the confidence through this tip to throw that trick you've been thinking of and that trick that's been scaring you, man. Hope you enjoyed, guys. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Peace!